So we moved inside the arena here at Ritten in Italy. Head coach Corey Nielsen joins us. Corey, it's been a long road, both in miles and in games, and extra games in the Continental Cup to get through to the final, but you must be pleased to be here.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity for the club and the organization, for the league, and the guys are excited. It was a long little journey to get here, but we've had a good day and looking forward to tomorrow.
Now, you had an extra day here. We came early, so you've had extra practice. So you're just about as prepared as you can be, without giving any secrets away ahead of the first game. A few tweaks to the lines, but it looks like you've got 5D and 4 forward lines.
Yeah, well, I think we'll do some bouncing with Lindy and Mac, and they might join our forward ranks. We just want to make sure that we can keep the pace. 3 games in 3 nights tends to be difficult, and really the forwards have been doing a lot of work lately and controlling a lot of the possession, and we want to make sure they're fresh and they have the ability to keep going. So yeah, our D they're relatively, they've had an easy run for the last little bit. We've had 6, so that's a blessing for us.
First up, it's Odense, and we've already beaten the Bulldogs from Denmark, so you know what to expect from them. Does that make it easier?
No, I think Odense, thought we were just a lowly team from England the last time they played us. I think they took us for granted, and then you saw them out their game in the second and third periods. But we got to be ready for them. They're very top. Their top players are very good. We got to make sure we're sharp and heavy on them, and obviously take care of their bottom guys.
And what do you know about the team from Kazakhstan?
Well, we watched them this morning. It was really a military machine out there. They were moving really fast, had some good skill. But again, you never really know until they get into game what exactly they're going to do. But I think if we don't allow them to control possession and we put pucks into good areas and we're physical and we force them to change what they do, not a lot of those former Russian kind of places can really change what they're doing. So hopefully we can force them to adjust.
They did lose, of course, to Ritten. The boys still working hard in the background. That's the noise at the end of practice, eking out every last second of ice. Ritten, Italy and the UK Elite League pretty much on a par, and Ritten did beat the Kazakhstan team last time.
Yeah, I think it used to be. We used to compare ourselves with the German DL2 and Denmark's and all these teams, but I think we've really come together as a league, and our depth and the amount of money being spent by the clubs and all these kind of things have come together now that we can roll 4 lines, so we can continue with the speed, and our game has changed a lot the same as the European game. So I would say we've got a good chance against Ritten as long as we stay disciplined and get some bounces. Obviously, they have their home arena and they know the bounces, and the game's a little different, and it's freezing cold in here. The sticks bend a different way, so pucks come off sticks, and it's just a little bit, the snow's on your blade, so it's just a little bit different. And the guys, it's good that we're here a day early to get used to it.
Well, the Gremlins got in the work straight off the bat, but it's no wonder because it's freezing cold here at the Ritten Arena. Jeff Ward joins me, Gary Rand, to give you commentary from Panthers Continental Cup adventure. It's the Panthers' Italian job. We didn't come in minis, we came by plane. And speaking of planes, the news, as we said at the top of the show, is that Alex Nikiforuk has gone back to be with wife Tricia and baby son Knox. He didn't get there in time for the birth, but he is there to greet Knox on his first day on planet Earth. We wish him well. Will he get back in time for the 3rd game? We don't know. We're still working on it. And to be honest, it's been a tiring day because some of us had to get up at 4 o'clock and drive him down the mountain. But
that's what I hear. That's
what comes with the GM's job. It was fun too. It was fun in the snowstorm. Right, Continental Cup, 17 teams started this year. It's the 20th season of the competition, won last year by Rouen of France. GB, i.e. the UK, has never had a winner of this competition. Panthers are the lowest ranked team in it, but we've talked about that at length before on panthers.co.uk. It's a lot to do with the GB ranking as well. Ritten Arena, where we're sitting right now in the cold, was opened in 1989. It has a capacity of 2,000, and right now the Panthers fans are sitting to our left beyond the commentary stanchion. Jeff Ward's with us. Dan Green's with us as well. Dan's going to be doing some statistical work for the coach, so I'll be relying mostly on Jeff, but we'll start with a quick word with Jeff Ward. Jeff, you're getting close to coming back. You're out here, you've been training, but from your perspective, how have the boys been performing at training? How has it gone? Because that's a tough ice to play on to look at.
Oh, it is. Like you said just a minute ago, there was obviously a long travel day, but we got here safe and sound, which is the most important thing, and came on here for a practice, and the ice wasn't too good, but a few of us went on the ice this morning, and it was a lot better. The boys are all excited to be here in Italy, and obviously we have a job to do, and we're looking forward to getting things going here tonight.
Pass the mic over to Dan for a quick chat, if you would. And we'll just get a few thoughts from Dan Green before we go live in about 4 minutes, folks. Apologies for losing the pictures right at the start of our transmission. There were some amazing faces on our technical crew behind me. Dan, you've been out there like Wazi. The ice isn't like National Ice Centre ice. The arena isn't like National Ice Centre arenas, but we've got about 150 fans with us, and we're going to create an atmosphere one way or another.
Yeah, I think obviously, like you said, the ice definitely isn't quite what we're used to, but we don't really have any excuses. We've skated on it twice already, and yeah, I'm sure the fans here, every tournament we've been, they've been the loudest and proudest. I'm sure they're going to cheer us on again.
And we're playing Odense from Denmark, who we beat in the last round. Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I think hopefully me and Goody were talking about this. Hopefully it's a good thing. Obviously, we know we can beat them. We've beaten them before. I think we've probably got a bit of a stronger lineup with a few guys back now. But obviously, we're never going to take them for granted, and we're just going to give everything. But hopefully we can use that game before to get a bit of confidence, and we'll have some insights into their lineup.
The noise in the background, of course, the Panthers fans, the Panthers army, the black and gold army, greeting the black and gold clad G&B Nottingham Panthers. They'll be on the team bench opposite us. Thanks, Dan. We'll talk to you again in the intervals. We'll be playing right to left in the first and third periods, and hopefully there won't be overtime and beyond. We have got our officials out on the ice as well. Players to watch in the Odense lineup. There's two in particular. Tony Romano, number 91. He was a 6th round pick of the New Jersey Devils in 2006. He's played juniors, obviously, in North America, coasting AHL, Swedish second division, Norwegian league experience. He's got 2 and 3 in the Continental Cup so far, and 46 points in 32 league games. So well over a point a game. Tony Romano, number 91. And watch out too for number 13. Well, watch for our number 13 as ever, but their number 13 is Dale Mitchell, a Canadian stud, it says on my notes, from my excellent researcher, Eddie Suiki, who's back home in Finland, could be watching. Thank you, Eddie. Drafted in 2007, Dale Mitchell, same, juniors, coast, AHL, then moved to Austria, in amongst his East Coast exploits, and went to Odense in 14-15. He's got 174 points in 112 games since his arrival. He's had the most goals and points in the Danish league last year, 77 in 45, and he's currently 1 and 3 in the Continental Cup. But you know what, Jeff? Stats count for nothing. It's 0-0 right now.
Exactly. And actually, Gary, you're right. Those are the sort of two guys we got to key on as a defensive unit here tonight, and I'm actually familiar with them, playing against them both there in the Austrian league. But we do what we can. We'll be fine here tonight, that's for sure.
In charge of the action, our referees are Ladislav Smetana from Austria and Olivier Gouin from Canada. That's it. I'm not doing any more pronunciations like that. You'll get how it's spelled, folks.
You got it.
This is old style commentary. It's a chunky little rink. A lot of standing. 800 seats, 1,200 standing, 2,000 capacity, and as we've already said, we saw the captains while we were talking swapping pennants, and it's the two third teams that might draw attention tonight. Will Brian McGrattan cope with the refereeing? He was asked at one of our chat shows, how are you going to cope with the style of refereeing at the Continental Cup? Surely it's not going to suit you, bless the fan that asked the question. And Brian said, well, I've got 4 goals so far.
Oh, there you go. That's all he needs to do, right? We'll be happy with that.
And as we said, touche. Eric Lindhagen will start up front. We were at 4 lines, the Nottingham Panthers. We're now down to 3 and a bit without Alex Nikiforuk. You can expect Lindhagen and McMillan to work forward and defence for the G&B Nottingham Panthers, and Corey Nielsen will shuffle his lines around. It's a 3-game tournament, remember, folks, and the team with the most points in the round-robin system comes out of it with the Continental Cup in its 20th anniversary year. Panthers throw it to the front from Lakovic. He gets another bite at the cherry, goes behind the net, and it's cleared by Gronvalds. The Panthers pick it off. It's sent to the front. Lindhagen tries to control it, soccer ball style, as Corey would say. He's got it out to the left wing. It's across to the right to the guy to watch, and he shoots wide. Number 13, Dale Mitchell. Mika Beekman in nets for the GMB Nottingham Panthers. We'll talk about their goalkeeper in a moment. It's come round the boards to McMillan. McMillan backhands it down the ice. The linesman's arms up for icing. That'll be blown automatically. The goalkeeper is Tadeusz Galansky for Odense. Do you remember him from the last round?
No, I don't actually, yeah.
I'm going to tell you something about him in a minute.
Was he the guy we beat then?
Yeah, we beat him. He's a 24-year-old Czech Republic, 6'5" goalie.
Okay.
Big guy.
Yeah, he is a big boy in there.
He's got a goal a game average at the moment of less than 2.
Okay.
We're going to wreck those figures tonight is the hope of the black and
Shots
gold
on him
army.
early and we'll be fine.
Panthers fire it off the glass and over. There'll be no delay of game penalty. If it goes straight over the glass, it's delay game penalty. Panthers, as we look across the ice, you can just see them in the corner of the screen changing. Just over a minute gone of the first period. And we're on the right bench today. Tomorrow we'll be on the left bench in our white shirts. Only took us an hour and 40 minutes to decide that at the registration.
Oh, really?
100 minutes, and that was the only concrete thing that came out of it.
I like the black anyways. May as well start with the black.
Well, Goody wanted black twice and white once, so I'll have to sort the black out. Here we go, through the middle. Chris Lawrence, Larry Loon, works it, shoots it, just wide, flashes just past the post of keeper Galansky. Backhanded out to no man's land, picked off by Steve Lee and sent forward again is Larry. Dishes it for Matt Carter, sweet hands. Plays it to the front, goalie covers it with a lobster pot on the kitchen liner. And we have another face-off.
Good shift there by the boys. Yes, looks like it's...
I threw the lobster pot into the commentary early just for cameraman Matt.
Oh, you like that one,
It's one of his key Moran phrases, he says. He has a mental book on how soon it will come out. He's still waiting for Picky's pocket. It'll come. Nottingham Panthers throw it on net. Galansky can't get to it. Jeff Brown hustles and bustles, can't quite get control of it. Odense have a chance through the middle channel to clear it. It's thrown up, but it's over the blue line. If Panthers had collected, there would have been offside. Odense make a mess of it, centre ice. And Jeff Dimon checking back after being caught up ice. There was cover there for him, though. Wins it for Panthers. Panthers try to send it forward. Ollie Bettridge tried to chip it in deftly for Robert Farmer. Odense can just throw it down the ice, and Panthers throw it up too. Jeff Brown throws it towards the net softly. Farmer can't get to it. Panthers go for a change on the fly. And we've had 2.25 minutes. Odense throw it in. Berg battling on the boards for it with Lindhagen, now on a defensive shift for Nottingham. He spins and turns, makes room for himself, brings it down the left channel. Over halfway, diagonal dump. Captain Brad Moran, wily old bird, lifts a stick to win it, but then it's given away, and it's cleared down the ice by Hogue. The Bulldogs get it in left channel, can't get it past Steve Lee, bounces around. There was a bit of contact, foot on foot. No tripping call given. Odense have it centre ice. They've thrown it across to Pedersen. Pedersen's rammed it round the boards. And Steve Schultz back from injury.
Yeah, it's good to have him back.
A key player for the Panthers, isn't he?
Yeah.
Little snapshot came in there from Sebastian Strandberg. But Mika Beekman well equal to that. If they want to shoot like that from that distance, 3 minutes gone, 60 minutes gone, Mika will eat them up.
Oh, exactly.
Hope you're enjoying our coverage so far. Once again, our apologies for the glitch at the beginning. I hope you're watching at the Salt Box, sponsors of the Nottingham Panthers, and I hope you're watching at the Legend, sponsors of the Nottingham Panthers.
Good pace of the game early, though, Gary. I think a lot of that has to do with obviously playing these guys earlier there in Denmark, too, right?
Well, they know us as well as we know them.
Exactly.
Oh, they've got it to the front, dangerous area, but blocked by Matt Carter. He has a look. Lovely pass right onto the tape, but it bounces over Lakovic, but it's mopped up by Chris Lawrence. What can the Loon do with this one? He backhands it in. Carter can't get to it. Lacko can. He half wins possession, and then it's banged down the ice, and it's cleared by Romano. Across to number 3, Gronvald. 2 Gronvalds in the side. Simon Gronvald still trying to make a name for himself, according to my researcher. And Eddie would know. The Eagle.
The Eagle. In Finland.
Deft little backhand, but he's picked off. Oh, it's a deflected shot. Could have gone anywhere. Off the stick of Jerome first. He's got it back. It's coming in from point. Stick to the corner by Beekman. Jeff Brown has a look. Tries to bang it off the boards, but it's kicked down by the big guy on defence. Galansky. He's got it again. He winds up for the big shot. Dealt with by the Panthers. D turn to the corner. Galansky wants another bite of the cherry. He's not getting it. It's round the back. He's the best name in the Elite League. Dan Spang trying to work it out for Nottingham. He gets help from Robert Farmer. His name in the programme is Span.
Oh, yeah?
You know,
I gotta check it out.
Would have been even better if it was Spam in the programme, but it's Span.
Maybe we'll start calling him that. That's his new nickname.
And McGrattan is listed in the programme as Brains McGrattan. I think they're just trying to get on his good side.
Maybe, yeah.
Annie Sertage takes a hit. Odense get it in, but it's bouncing. And with the backhand lobster pot cover-up save, Beekman takes a whistle with 15:06 to go first period. It's GB Panthers, the nominal home team, 0. Odense Bulldogs, 0. Some great LED screens up on the...
Yeah, I actually noticed that. I didn't notice that on the skates this morning.
Super quality on the pictures. Oh, it's a fluff on defence and it's a foot race. Jason Williams, of course, who played for Written in the last round of the Cup. The Written guys try to have a sneaky little, can he do that? Play for you as well? Of course he can. There's no rule to stop him. It's fed to the back door on a twist and turn by Schultze. Ramran tries to win possession in the corner. Schultze comes to help. Odense are under some pressure. Now they manage to get D to D by a little bit of time. A little fake gives them a bit more time. Fires it up to the right wing. It's carried over and fed to the front, but they were offside. And our linesmen, I think today, are from Italy and the Netherlands.
Okay.
That's Holland and Italy. And the good news is there's only one Italian.
Yeah,
and I'm genuinely, folks, I'm not having a go. But when we were in Asiago and we had 2 Italian linesmen, and it was all to play for in the last game.
Yeah, you don't want that.
We were offside and we weren't even over the halfway line.
Yeah, there you go.
And they were standing next to the goalie, and it was deemed onside. Odense fired it in offside. Yeah, it's got to be fair, but it's the League of Nations officiating. There's someone from everywhere. Well, there's no one from Mexico.
Which is probably a good thing.
Steve Lee and Eric Lindhagen play a little bit of Chuckle Brothers defence to me to you.
Great
Panthers
job by
work
the
it in.
boys.
Carter works it forward. Lawrence tries to diff it off. Well, Lawrence has been taken down centre ice and there's no call for interference. Simon Gronfalt at fault. Larry got back to his feet and tried to tee us up. Steve Lee has possession. Both sides changing on the fly. 13:41 to go first period. We're locked at 0-0. Nice pass out, but Ollie couldn't take control. He's got another chance. Comes off his chest. Panthers putting the pressure on. Really checking well, neutralise.
Coming up the ice together, it's good to see.
Romano backhands it forward for himself, but Beekman shows some stick handling skills of his own. Romano bangs his stick, wants it back. Throws it towards the net. It hits something and goes wide. Clips Robert Farmer's stick, comes down, and Ollie Bettridge was about to clear it, and the stick slap came in. Ollie goes back to try and repay the favour and win it back for the Nottingham in the corner. It's chipped behind the net. The only person there is the Viking, Eric Lindhagen.
Oh, he squeaks by him. Nice play.
I'm hoping you can still see pictures, folks, because we can't on our monitor at the moment. But I'm told, and I've got the big thumbs up from Dave Burnham, and that's the best signal in the world, thumbs up. I give it whenever anyone lets me out at a junction, and he's giving me it to tell me, you still got pictures at home. Panthers backhand it, left wing. Brad Moran tries to jam it forward. Stephen Schultz tries to get control. Some more of those soccer ball skills.
Yeah.
Schultz, he looks for the long pass and sends it. Oh, could have done with a tip from Williams, and it's blown down for icing. So close to not being icing, but genuinely was.
Oh, it's good. It's a good start so far for the Panthers here. Obviously, we're taking our time, making sure everyone's on the same page, and it looks good so far.
It's not a huge crowd, Jeff, but it is nice to see some.
Yeah, our fans, Panthers Nation, right?
You knew that was going to be good, but it's good to see some Odense fans in on the far side, and a few Italian fans have come in as well.
Yeah, exactly. Obviously, there's another game after us, but
Well, we hold the record for afternoon games in a Continental Cup round.
Oh, really?
When we staged a round 3 years ago. Spanger gets it, but Schulte tries to help it on. Incoming on Spanger. I think he got a shout. Now he's got the puck. Good hands. Brings it out. Sees there wasn't a lot on. Uses the boards. Gets it across. Schulte's wide open at the hash marks. Turns inside. Comes into Larry. Uses the outside of the blade to control it. Goes middle channel. Couldn't pull the trigger. Paying a lot of attention to him, the Bulldogs defence.
Yeah.
As they should. Just jumps over the stick of Lacko, but the ice is a bit rough. I mean, it's been made slippy side up, but not as slippy as we used to. Loose puck in the corner. Lacko gets to it first, gets it down.
Nice chip.
Well read by Big Brian. McGrattan comes in, shoots just wide of the far post. Dimon can keep it in. The attack zone for Nottingham feeds the front. McGrattan, backhand
Nice
Lakovic.
pass.
Drops it to Sertic. Sertic, blocker save. McGrattan puts his big frame in the way. Sertic takes a bump to try and win possession for Nottingham. Bulldogs send it round. Dimon keeps it in, turns it inside. It's a scramble. Panthers can't get last touch. And the Bulldogs bring it down the right wing. Through that hefty-looking Leo. Rasmus Leo is his final name. It's thrown on net, there's a tip, but it goes wide. Andy Sertic has a look. Lacko goes to the bench. Fresh legs come on in the shape of Robert Farmer. So Bobby from Beeston gets off and Farms from Longley Eaton steps on. Ridden is a collection of villages.
Oh, really, eh?
In the Mountains. Panthers feed the front, it's loose and it's just trickled past the far post. They hit their own skate trying to clear it and then they bang it down the ice. It's touched by Panthers.
Nice pass.
Panthers bring it forward again. Eric Lindhagen gets it to Farmer. Farmer sends it round the back. Jeff Brown working on the board. He's got two Bulldogs with him. It chips up. Panthers keep it in. Brown has more chance this time, and then it just hits a skate. He hustles to try and win it again. And Odense just bang it down the ice.
Oh, nice pass by Leasy.
Save, and he wasn't sure about it, was he?
No,
On the
not
shot
at all.
by Farms. Stretch pass, but the D's back there to look after Romano. It's McMillan and then causes a problem for Nottingham. No one was quite sure where it is. Jason Williams shows those sweet ex-NHL hands, but the pass was just a little bit off target. McMillan wins it again and gives it across to Spanger. Spanger sends it middle channel, hard backhand pass from Schultz. Williams loses it, but it's fallen nicely for Moran. Schultz shoots, it's a skate. Odense comes swinging back the other way. It's like a game of tennis at the moment. Mika Viekman doesn't want the whistle. Spanger winds up and uses the boards. Odense knock it out of mid-air and now have a chance to build from defence. Larson wants it back and he gets it back, but he doesn't. There's a stick in, a good stick in from Nottingham, another good stick in. Larry gets it across. Schultz, he can't get the shot away, has to curl and drag, can't get past his man to pull the trigger. McGrattan lucky to feed the oncoming defenseman. It hits a leg off Dimon's shot. Odense just bang it down the ice.
A couple good looks there for the boys.
Well, the Odense fans are making themselves heard. So are the Nottingham fans,
Oh,
but
yeah.
the Odense fans are closer to us.
Yeah.
And they've got a big drum,
Yeah, so I was gonna say.
which isn't going to get annoying.
We'll send Greener after him.
Panthers have a chance to clear twice, and now they have it. Sertic has a look. Oh, tried to send it. Just too far out of reach for Matt Carter. It goes to the end of the ice for icing. And we've had 11 minutes and 49 seconds, and we're locked in 0-0. Good game so far.
Yeah, it is actually. Yeah, I'm very impressed. Good start for the guys, and obviously Denmark's a quality opponent as well.
It was a one-goal game in Odense, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm actually really impressed with the pace. Like we said, there's a little, we're familiar with them. Maybe tomorrow there'll be a little more feeling out process at the start. But
Mark Carter took the hit to get the puck in deep after good work by Dimon to get it out. Jeff Brown was looking to repay the benefit of it. Ollie spins away and it runs off the end of his stick for Betteridge. Gets back though, takes the last stride, gets into his man. He's freed the puck up. Odense have got it again. Backhand round the back. It's with 42 for Odense. Henrik Nielsen Bach. He's out front. He tees it up. Gronvald gives it back to the corner. Tipped by Steve Lee, goes behind. Lakovitz helps it on its way. Brown helps it on the way, and Panthers change on the fly, as do the Bulldogs. 7 minutes to go, first period. We're locked at 0-0. Comes back off the backboards. Vietman turns it down. Spang tries to do the deft backhand round the back of the forward. He's teed it up far point. The big guy winds up for the big shot again.
Big glove by Mika there.
Golansky likes to pull the trigger, doesn't he? Even if his name's Gronvald.
You get the names down better than I do.
I gave the goalie the slap shot then.
Oh, yeah?
It's been a long time, folks. It's been a long day.
Oh, I bet, eh?
I just gave the goalie the slap shot, Greener.
What's that?
I just gave the goalie the slap shot. I got the wrong name, yeah. Greener's behind me. He's keeping an eye on me. Taps me when I get it right, taps me when I get it wrong. Just don't know the difference. Here come the Panthers down the right wing. Jason Williams. Can he tee somebody up? Spins out of it.
Yeah,
Referees haven't made a call yet. Romano. Bouncing around, and then it's punched forward by Spang in our end. Moran takes it in, looking for the drop pass to Schultz. It hits a leg. Schultz has to circle, plays it cleverly, backhand off the boards, gives it behind the net to Brad Moran. Panthers looking to fire it back across the crease. Doesn't get there. Dimon in a bit of a race, turns it inside. Panthers have a chance. Williams collects it, has a look. Backhand chip into the corner, the line goes for a change. 6 minutes to go, first period. We're locked at 0-0. Comes off the legs of Mitchell. Panthers get a bouncing bomb out. Stern has turned it back to the D. He goes to the corner looking for a return pass. D opts to give it to him when he's in the middle channel. He dishes it off. The youngster gets it in. Vietman turns it to the corner. The shot came in from Peterson. Sertic dumps it on target, so there's no icing whistle. And then has a good hit to win possession for Nottingham. Lawrence across to Eric Lindhagen. Coaching staff working the lines well so far for the Panthers.
Some juggling, I know. Corey's used to it and he's good at it. That's one of his...
Just behind Lakovitz, the coast-to-coast pass for Nottingham.
Yeah.
They're mopped up though. Steve Lee has possession. He
Nice
throws
pass.
it right onto the tape for Farmer. Cuts
goal.
inside. Tees it up. Lakovitz shoots. Blocker save. Goes upstairs. Doesn't hit the netting, so Panthers keep possession in the zone.
Great chance there. Oh,
Big hit
by
from
Lee.
Steve Lee. Good centre ice, clean hit. It's been a while, Stevie. It's nice to see you come back into the locker. Lindhagen sends it in. Steve Lee sends it down the back. He rags the biscuit round the back. Ollie Bettridge tries to backhand into the corner. It's hit a skate. It's the Bulldogs who bring it forward. Hogue wants to return pass. Stick in from Steve Lee. What a shift from the Brit. Comes from Beverley in Yorkshire.
That was a Brit package there. Leasy to Farmer to Lacko there for a great opportunity as well. And then Leasy followed up with a huge hit in the open ice.
And a great stick in as well. Panthers work it out well. He's Stephen Schultz. Backhands it forward for Williams. Odense get to it first through Larson. Backhand round the boards comes to Hansen. Hansen goes coast to coast right across. McMillan gets there. The shot wasn't that strong. Vietman gets a piece of it. He's Williams for Nottingham. Willie fakes inside, goes outside. Can he pull the trigger? Hits the pads and then he covers up. Good effort by the Panthers at 16:23. Possibly the best effort of the game so far.
Stopped by their goalie there. Got to give him credit, but I don't think Willie gets another chance like that. I think he's going to go in, that's for sure.
Panthers try to force it to the front. It's loose in front. Matt Carter can't get the last touch after good work by Chris Lawrence. Larry goes, can't get there to win it. McGrattan's on the ice. It's thrown right across to Dale Mitchell. Drop pass to Romano. The top two guys for Odense are combined, but Beekman makes the save. And the rebound goes to the corner. McGrattan brings it down the right wing. Can he throw it on net? He throws it middle channel. Goes all the way through and out the other side. 3 miles to go first period. 3 minutes left. Spang picks it off and carries it forward over halfway. Dishes it to right point, and it's fired into the glove by Brains McGrattan.
Yeah, Brains McGrattan.
He's a lot taller than I thought Brains was going to be from the Thunderbird cartoons and that, you know. And he doesn't wear glasses.
There you go. Big face off here. See if we get it.
Jeff Brown to take the draw for the GMB Nottingham Panthers. Wins it, gets it back. Andy Sertage gives it out to the wing. Oh, it just wasn't right on target, was it? It just wasn't on the tape for Jeff Brown. Panthers have to regroup and send it round the back. Keeper doesn't know where it is.
Couple
Mopping up
left.
operation coming in from Eskison.
The ice is probably getting pretty chopped up here.
Away. There's a big pile of ice in front of their bench. And it landed in the snow.
Yeah.
Jeff Dimon-Hazeler makes room, switches it back across to Sertage. Sertage winds, shoots it into the glove. Keeper puts it down and sends Odense back the other way. Good stick in from Brown. Farmer stretches. Farmer stretches again and wins possession and gives it to the D. Just for 2 minutes to come, first period. That one took a wicked deflection off a lump of ice, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Sorry, we'll take our time, come up the ice together.
It's got to slow down the stick handlers a little bit, isn't it? They can't do the silky skills. More direct approach, perhaps.
Yeah, affect the power
Feed it
plays,
round the back.
There hasn't been.
Schultz there for the collection.
Call, yeah.
Feeds it across the point. Sertage waits for it to settle. Rebound. Panthers nearly through the captain. Corralled the puck. Got it on target. Schultz tried to drop pass it. It hit his skate because it was moving so slowly through the snow, and he ended up firing it himself, and it's deflected upstairs. So Panthers with 95 seconds to go, first period, will have a face-off deep in enemy territory. Chris Lawrence to take the draw for Nottingham. Their centres bitching at the referee. Williams with a shot, squirts just past the far post. Lindhagen throws one in, it's gloved, and he hangs on and takes a whistle. Larry was there looking to sweep the crumbs into the bread basket.
Yeah, the goalie's been playing well for them so far. Give him credit.
Well, they've moved up the table since we played there. Their
eh?
boss man Angus, who's from Edinburgh, was telling me that they're up to second in the standings. They've been playing well. Panthers work it well between Williams and Lindhagen. Lindhagen gets those tricky feet going backhand to the back post. And he was just behind Jason Williams and he couldn't get a backhand stick on it. Romano throws it to the middle channel. Shot comes in, blocked by Lindhagen.
Great block by Lindy there.
And another block from Steve Lee with the foot, sends it down the ice. The 1 minute warning's about to come out. He's Dale Mitchell. Dumps it in on the backhand. Spang reacts and gets to it. Backhands it round the ice. Farmer uses the boards and gets it up to Ollie. Ollie cuts inside, tries to stick handle in, kicks it forward. It's really hard to stick handle. You can see it. It's got worse as the period's gone on, as the snow's built up.
This is where Corey wants everyone just to play a simple game, I think. Passes there, plays there, make it, but if not, get it deep and go to work.
Stick in, sends it up to the netting, so we'll have a face-off with 33.5 seconds to go on the first period. Good first period of action. I wouldn't use him in my band as
good
the
rhythm
drummer.
there, good rhythm
Yeah,
though, Gary.
he's better than the ones at one of the Elite League rinks we were at recently. Off the back of the net as Odense tried to tee the front. Farms chips it out with a niblick. That's a 7-iron to you. Linesman keeps it in. Nottingham can't quite capitalise on it. It's dumped in by Brad Moran on the backhand. Farms goes for a change. Last 10 seconds of the period, Odense are looking for something. They steer it into the corner. We've had no penalties. McMillan has it. The hoot is going to go in 4 seconds. Panthers working to neutralise. That's it. That's all she wrote for the first period, folks. We're in the Continental Cup and it's 20th anniversary year. 1 period gone of the first game. Panthers have acquitted themselves well. And our producer said, well, at the end of the period, Gary, just get Jeff and Dan to talk about all the incidents of the first period, go through the stats, keep the chat going, and it'll be great. And then we can play the tape that we've recorded between you and Rick Strachan. And I said, great. Okay, so let's have a chat about no goals, no penalties, no mistakes on offsides, to be fair, no mistakes on icings. The refs have done a decent job.
Yeah.
Both teams have done a decent job.
Yeah, exactly, right? No, it's been it was obviously a good first period there, and maybe a little feeling out at the start, but otherwise I was actually very impressed with the pace of the game.
Well, we're having a quick look at some replays. Farms goes through, and it's a shot just wide. Let's bring Greener in, because I know he needs to get down with some stats for the coach. It was a good effort by the Panthers first period, by both teams.
Yeah, I thought it was a really good period. You know, end to end, both teams had their chances, quite physical. Both goalers look solid so far, and so far so good.
And I'm not sure if we've got the highlight of it coming up as folks you re-watch the near misses and the saves, but that was one heck of a hit from Steam Train Steve.
Yeah, it was. He's obviously big, strong, physical kid, and it's great to see him step up like that and make the forward pay the price of making the play there.
You better go and talk to the coach and give him your insight.
I shall
do.
There's
the hit. There's the hit, folks, just to relive it. As I say, we've got a big interview coming up with Rick Strachan when we've finished watching the first period replays. It's 0-0 in the first period of action. Jeff Ward just getting rigged up for us. And the Zamboni's coming round. The Zamboni was squealing like a stuck pig just before the game. And the guy kept going with it. And then eventually somebody shouted, it is broken, you can realise it's broken, haven't you? So he went off and he fixed it very quickly. So he's obviously a very good mechanic, this guy.
Oh, yeah?
Because his Zamboni was wrong. Because we thought they were going to bring out old Bluey, who cleaned the ice yesterday, who is a Zamboni with a cabin on it here, and looks like a refugee from Thomas the Tank Engine back in the days when Ringo Starr did the voiceovers.
Look at it, though. It's a fancy Zamboni
there. This is a
there.
fancy one. They kept this hidden from us yesterday.
Oh, jeez.
Yesterday they cleaned the ice with Bluey.
He's nice and warm in there, though, eh?
Yeah, he's got a cab, yeah.
Yeah.
You know the rink's a cold rink
when
the Zambonis all have cabs on them to keep them protected.
I've never actually seen one of those, I don't think.
So, where do you think it's going to go? Do you want to make a prediction, or shall we not tempt fate?
You're the boss. I'll follow your lead.
Oh, I'm not making a prediction.
No.
I just know we're going to win it.
Oh, exactly. No,
Not a prediction.
As I said, I was impressed with the guys, and obviously we had a lot of chances there, and hopefully we bear down on a couple here early in the second there. And no power plays to really showcase our skills, but obviously the bad ice there probably wouldn't play into that anyways. But
and it was noticeable, wasn't it, as the ice got worse and the snow got deeper, that the guys can't stick handle it.
And that's what
it's a bit
will want, you know.
You need one passes, quick passes, and than they used to.
I remember even tournaments we were talking about Asiago and a few of the others. It was just maybe being English, you had that reputation, but it was penalty after penalty. But yeah, it seems that this one, and I thought the last stage there in Denmark, they just kind of, unless it's a scoring chance or something dangerous, they just kind of let the game flow. I think both teams want that, so I mean, it definitely suits us, so it's great.
Thanks, Dan. We'll talk to you again throughout the game. Jeff Wall will be helping me with some colour comments along the way. As you can see, both teams are on the ice, both referees are on the ice, both linesmen are on the ice, and there's still 90 seconds to go on the countdown before the start of the next period. But who knows, with the boys settling down and the first lines taking their positions on the ice, perhaps the ref will whistle and will get going first, or perhaps IIHF rules won't allow him to do so. Mika Wietman in his usual pose at the far end of the arena on our left. Panthers now in black, playing from left to right. Just concentrating, just getting the grey cells tipping over. He has a look up the ice. He sees McMillan and Lakovitz and Dimon and Sertic. And Lindhagen on the ice. McMillan playing forward, Lindhagen playing centre. It's the same line that started the first period, Jeff.
Okay.
Panthers win the draw. Lindhagen wins the draw as well, so he can play forward, he can play dense, he can play on the wing, he can play defence, and now he can play centre and win the draw.
There you go. Man of all trades. I think Corey likes to do this early, so then he gives the forwards a little rest, and then obviously slide back to D.
And it also makes the opposition coaches have to have a real think about what's going off and who's there. Panthers spin and turn, back door, McMillan sweeps. Keeper covers up the electric eel on the line or in the kitchen.
Yeah, fresh ice here. Let's see if we can get one here early.
Good pressure from Panthers. Great first shift.
Yeah.
We've only had 27 seconds of this period. But the drummer's back from his break on our right. Panthers back to Steve Lee. Had to hesitate on the shot, and in the end they got a piece of it. And they're bringing it down the ice. It's 2-on-1. Spanger goes down, and it's fumbled in front.
Saved by Mika.
Fumbled in an authoritative way.
We're at number 14 there, Gary. Must be a young buck. We're in a bird cage, we call it back home. With,
Joe Peterson.
Yeah, big boy though.
Yeah, and it was the older and more experienced Pedersen, number 6, who advanced from defence. Panthers win the draw again. 2 for 2 on draws this period. Spanger sends it. Nicely collected. Farmer tries the backhand, clips the skate. It's brought down the ice by Odense, and they're giving it across to Pedersen again. He drops it off. Jeff Brown comes back. Mika makes the save. Referee's arms stay by their sides. Still no call. Jeff Brown took a bump. Panthers trying to get a stick in. Now Brownie can get it down the boards. And Ollie's got it further down the boards. Farmer, nice backhand to control it. Nice east coast to west coast to Steve Lee. Steve Lee makes some room, goes to the front, tries to stuff it home. And keeper Galansky has to make a big save for Odense. .16 for Odense, makes it down the left wing. Durham. I've no idea how you really pronounce that. I mean, how can you spell a name? B-J-E-R-R?
Sounds right, we'll go with it, eh?
Bjerrum. Tipped in by Nielsen. No relation, I'm told. It's bounced across the back. Williams reacts, spins and turns, frees the puck up. Gives it to Dimon. Dimon dishes it to Lee. Lee through the middle to Williams. Nice breakout by the Nottingham Panthers. Williams carries it, then gives it to left point. Schultz back to Dimon. Dimon comes in. Stick comes in from 26. Just in time, Eskilsson.
Nice try, yeah.
Panthers trying to get the passing game going very early on the slick ice before it comes up. Tipped into the zone. Mika Viekman sets it down for defenseman Dan Spang. I hope you can hear us at home over the din from Denmark. Perhaps we should call it Denmark. Oh, Panthers throw it to the front. No one can get a piece of it. They've stretched themselves and lost control. Matt Carden gives it back to McMillan on defence. How composed has he been for a forward playing defence?
Oh, he's been unbelievable. Keep things simple, that's all you want.
Panthers have got it in the attack zone. Carter goes to collect after the chip to the corner from Lakovic. Lawrence hustles. Spang jumps in to try and keep the pressure on. He's getting help from Lawrence. No one knows where it is. It's up a trouser leg. It's landed on Lakovic's stick. He shoots.
Shot.
Keeper was blinded and he just got it to it at the last minute. And that's something we all think Bobby from Beeston doesn't do enough. Pull the trigger and shoot.
Exactly. A few guys on our team, sometimes you're looking for that extra pass, then we don't even get a chance out of it.
3 minutes gone in the second period, 23 minutes gone in the match. It's a backhand pass that wasn't meant, but it's worked for the Bulldogs. They've got it to the front. Panthers hustle now to get it back. Ollie Bettridge. McMillan fakes the backhand. Spanger gets it down to Farmer. Farmer gets it to Ollie Bettridge. He got it to neutral ice. Mitchell throws it back to the defence. The defence have a look. They've got it forward again. Strandberg meets a black wall. Now we've got the first penalty. It's going to be a slashing call against the G&B Panthers. Big goalie Galansky gets off. The 6'5" frame Slovakian goalie, Czech Republic goalie. It's been replaced by an extra skater, so it's 6 white-shirted Danish skaters against 5 from Nottingham till they touch the puck. Panthers looking to get a meaningful touch so that we get a whistle.
Yeah.
It's in effect a 6-on-5 power play to the team from Denmark. The fans getting rowdy with the big bass drum. It's thrown off target, but they've kept possession. Panthers haven't touched it yet. It's across the point. Eriksson feeds the middle channel. Pad save, rebound. Double save by Mika Beekman. Huge saves by Mika Beekman.
Unbelievable.
Delayed calls over. Hooking's the call.
Yeah, I didn't see it, Gary. What do you think?
Well, I thought it was a harsh slash.
Oh, there it is.
Because it was one of those stick-on-stick slashes.
Oh, that is.
Well, a farm stick was in the region and the play made a meal of it.
Hook or something.
Yeah. They're going to be given, though.
Yeah.
So,
big kill here.
24-39 gone. Farmer for hooking. Panthers to the penalty kill. And, of course, they got their big guns on the ice for the Bulldogs. Sterner wins the draw. Hug behind the net. Lindhagen on one side and D. Steve Lee on the other. Long-range shots off target. Comes back off the backboards. Lindhagen takes his time and then tries to chip it out. Doesn't get it out the zone. Will Panthers pay the price? Goes for the 5-hole. Mika Beekman makes sure, and Lindhagen makes up for his mistake. And Steve Lee feeds a soft one. Yeah, sometimes you can be too fancy, can't you? Take the opportunities, get rid. Even-handed, never mind short-handed. So Panthers on penalty kill duty for another 80 seconds. Romano had to double back, but he's kept it in the zone. Here's Romano, sends it across the far side. Mika Beekman, so good on the lateral movement. Panthers get a piece of it. It's fallen nicely, and Panthers tried to get it. If it'd been on the tape, Mac might have had a go, but he'd been out there a long time. And it's time to be sensible and get off and get fresh legs on there.
Exactly.
Offside, good call by the linesman. Haven't I always said these Italian and Dutch linesmen are good guys?
Yeah, they are. They've been doing pretty well so far. Well, you're right though, Gary. You know, especially a 0-0 game, we don't want to be taking too many chances there, especially when we're already short a guy.
Yeah. Thinnison there was arguing his point with the linesman. I think he should argue it more vehemently and get himself a 10-minute misconduct. Or better still, a 2 and 10.
There you go, we'll take that.
They send it round. They've turned it to the front, but Panthers get there first. Steve Lee sends it down the ice. Jason Williams goes after it, makes a nuisance of himself with 16. Bjurrum sends it round to one up the list, Strandberg. Strandberg having a look inside. Gets it back, throws it to the far corner. Span goes over to try and force Mitchell into an early play. Steve Lee tries to one-time it out of trouble. It's fed to the front, skips over. Bulldogs keep it in through Mitchell. He's got the Tom Selleck moustache.
Yeah, he does.
Let's hope he hasn't got a Magnum. See what I did with that? Bounces over his stick and Panthers get Farmer back out of the box.
Big kill for the boys.
Huge kill. Oh, they've got a man at the back door and he goes upstairs. Mika got a piece of it. He didn't get as much as he wanted, but he went in and out of the glove and over the bar to safety. Always danger just after penalties finished.
Yeah, exactly.
Panthers get a stick in and get it down to neutral ice. 27 minutes gone. Nielsen fluffs it, but gets it over to Mitchell. Tries to be the hero, goes for the glory shot. Farmer gets it one-handed down the ice, but then the Bulldogs keep it in. Steve Lee spins and turns and then fires it across to Lakovitz. Lakovitz, nice return pass, picked up by Brown. Brown drops it off to Farmer. Farmer, right across. No way was that too many men. They couldn't get off the ice, referee. There wasn't 6 players engaged in the play.
No, not at all.
And Farms gets to sit it for Nottingham. 27-28 gone. Too many men against Nottingham. the referees have suddenly woken up. Andy Sertage is asking, are you sure?
Yeah.
Corey Nielsen's explaining to the referee why he's wrong. He's probably telling me he owes him one.
Or two. Oh, the call's made now, another big kill.
And now he's going to explain it to their coach, who is Peter Johansson. So Panthers on penalty kill duty again. Well, I know it's early days and there's going to be lots of time, but the game could be right before us right now.
Yeah.
One good kill to their credit. Panthers know how it's done. Romano tries to feed the front. Two sticks coming from Nottingham and Lakovic's backhands it down the ice. Guys are preparing themselves to jump onto the ice. The black and gold army over on the team bench are really key. McMillan gets a leg half over the bench thinking Lakovic was coming. Got to be off. There's the interference call. There's the book balancing exercise. Yeah. But let's hope there isn't a serious injury to Chris Lawrence. He's gone down hard.
He's down right now.
This guy likes to whine and moan. We'll have to get him some cheese.
I like that one.
Yeah,
I didn't see that one either, Gary.
Well,
oh, that's huge interference for sure.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So we're going 4-on-4 for 91 seconds.
Yeah. Oh, we got the right guys out there, Schultz and Willie.
Williams wins the draw to Dimon. Dimon across to Sertage. Sertage can't get the one-time away, sends it round the back. Schultz lifts the stick and wins it for Nottingham. He picks a pocket and puts the pressure on. It's across to Dimon. Dimon has a look. He's got to go right round the back, and they've got a piece of it. They got more than a piece of it now as they get to bring it up the ice with Bjurham. Oh, he's fumbled. Schultz, he stands on the little black circle of biscuit, loses his footing, and 2 feet out from net. The most unfortunate trip of himself. It's round on the shelf and it's coming down, and Williams forces it forward. He's got Schultz, but the one-time pass doesn't reach him. Now Panthers steal it. Williams comes in, backhand. Schultz tries to throw it on net, stick to the corner. Williams goes to collect for the Panthers. Has a look, curl and drag, stick in, but Panthers keep it in the zone. Steve Lee settles for him. He shoots, keeper saves, keeper covers up.
Jeez.
Great passage of play from the GMB Panthers.
There. Real nice play there by Willie. Backdrop to Schultz there. Trying to look for a little tip in there. Big shot by Leasy, but just, good goalie. No good rebound control so far.
And the goalie is desperately sweeping snow away from the blue paint. You can see the ice is just, for a cold rink, it snows up a lot.
Yeah, I know.
You can hear the Panthers fans to our left cheering the boys on as we approach the halfway mark of the game. Lindhagen hustles and bustles, wins, backhands it. Carter stick handles through, has a look, throws it behind the net off the keeper's paddle, and now Odense Bulldogs can come the other way. That's a good glove save, easy glove save, picking cherries. Wheatman takes the whistle. So now Panthers have a 26-second power play.
Okay.
But it starts in their own zone with a face-off. Now it's the turn of the Bulldogs fans to try and cheer their team through a short-handed stretch. Panthers win the draw on the power play.
Hopefully we get a full one here soon enough, though.
Well, they're a bit limited on bodies at the moment, having been on penalty kill duty for a while. McMillan shuffles it forward. Panthers are caught offside. Farmer plays it. Larry played it because he had a quick look to see what the options were, and now this linesman's called it deliberate because he looked at it.
Oh, jeez.
And I have to say, he's right, because Larry did look at him and then thought, oh, well, if I play it, we'll have a face-off just outside. And of course, the referee saw that as an indication it was deliberate offside and brought the face-off back to Panthers end as he should. Panthers win the draw again, but the power play is nearly over. It was only short to start with, and in 4 seconds, Bulldogs get their man out of the box. So Thinnison joins the play. We're skating 5-on-5. Carter tries to make a nuisance of himself against Gronwald. Well, it was a bit dodgy. Pad save.
Save there by Mika.
Yeah, and the guy had a little dig. Don't forget, this is the team in the last round that ran Mika over in the first game.
Yeah.
Brian McGrattan, with all the penalty killing this period, we haven't seen a lot of the big guy. Panthers off the back of the net, stretching for it. Farmer, they try and hack it and whack it, and they somehow snag it round the boards, and then they lob it down the ice. It falls in the feet of Dan Spang. Nice play by Farmer, protected the puck and then backhanded it forward far. Oh, Jeff Brown one-hands it across. Youngster Ollie Bettridge is knocked off it. That's icing, and the referee will blow his whistle. Panthers get a face-off deep in enemy territory with 9:03 to go, second period, and we're still locked at 0-0. Should it be a draw in regulation, we go to 4-on-4 overtime.
Okay.
And then the shootout.
4-on-4 for 5 minutes then,
yeah.
and then shootout.
Unless they've changed the rules since last night's 90-minute meeting.
I don't think so then.
You might now.
Yeah.
They've changed back to the silly backup goaltender rule.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Change it, rebound! Jeff Brown, he just bounced over. Well, the guy's got a... The guy had Jeff Brown in a headlock there, and the referee didn't call anything.
Yeah, I don't know what...
Panthers do win possession in that hustle on the boards. The puck got stuck in the snow and Sergi just couldn't get away.
It's all right. No harm, no foul.
Yeah, nothing, no harm done. 8.5 minutes to go, second period. We're still locked at 0-0. We thought it would be tight. And again, a deft little backhand play by Jeff Brown, defeated by the ice rather than the opposition.
Yeah. That's where it's key to come up together, just in case instances like that where you got someone supporting you.
Well, Dimmon's got it into the zone. Farmer's got it deep into the zone. One-time pass, it's loose, and it's gone right through the blue paint and out the other side. Williams can't quite reach it. I mean, these ice conditions are certainly not suiting him. Schultze wins it, gets slashed on his hands. Again, no call. Well, we had a flurry of activity from the referees, and then we've had some blatant calls that haven't been given so far.
Yeah.
It's chipped off the wall there and down the ice by Pedersen, but Panthers have it. Steve Lee, D to Lindhagen, who's going to get it back. Pedersen makes a use of himself, but it's a nice pass to Williams. Williams forward. Schultz tries to make room for himself. He's hustled by Larson. Still got it. Feeds it to the middle chance. Steve Lee's come in. Can't release the backhand shot on target. Larson takes Schultz out in the corner, then gets some help, but Lindhagen reads the play, gets to it, nice. Sends it across to Steve Lee. Steve Lee couldn't quite control it, but he's kept Panthers in the box seat, and now it's bounced over his stick, and it's cleared by Thinnison to the D and then chipped down the ice. But only as far as Steve Lee. Panthers send it back in. Brian McGrattan. Panthers stay outside. McGrattan shoots.
That's good.
That's a stinger. That's
exactly.
a stinger.
We'll take that.
Matt Carter finishes a hit in the corner. Goes to make a nuisance of himself. Larson just been hit with a shot. Sends it to the left wing. Gets it back. Controls it. Little stick in for Nottingham.
Big hit by Mack there.
Great hit by Mack. The Bulldogs fans want something. Both referees are smiling in appreciation.
Yeah.
Seriously, I think they were. And he's just got on the bench and he's sat down. He's fine. Just had the wind knocked out of his sails. 6:31 to go. Second period, 0-0. Well, it was icy against the Bulldogs, and they haven't quite got the same five back out there.
Playing games, I'm sure.
Face off for Nottingham, deep in enemy territory. To the right of us here at the Ritten Arena, in the foothills of the Alps. Spang couldn't get it on target. The channel was blocked. Romano forces it down the left of wing of the Panthers, right wing for them, but Panthers hustling to keep it in. Romano has a better opportunity to tee it up. Bulldogs bring it, but they're losing possession as well as Panthers.
Yeah, on the ice, right?
Just aren't there on this ice surface. Panthers get it down to Farmer. Farmer inside.
Nice pass.
Jeff Brown. That one was on the tape. Brownie shoots low and just off target. Spang tries to keep it in, gets help from Brown. Brown, it rolls up the tape and doesn't go anywhere. Farmer throws a good hit. Sent it down the ice. They've said it's not icing. Panthers bring it forward. Jason Williams played here briefly in the cup in the last round. Sends it round the back. Good pass and a spin and a turn, but then Panthers read the play and Surtees gets to it, backhands it forward, middle channel. Keeper beats Brad Moran to it. Schultze deflects it off his chest to the keeper with 5:14 to go, second period. It's going to be a question of which team adjusts to the conditions as each period unwinds.
I think you're right, Gary, yeah, and hopefully the ref sort of throws us a bone and gives us a power play here sooner than later and let our guys go to work, but I think it's just pucks to the net, and if rebounds pop out, you want to be on them, right?
And don't hold back. Don't pull the trigger. Load it with a load of gunpowder and fire the big cannon. Well, they had spare bodies at the back post in the shape of 16 Bruram. They couldn't get it to him. Brian McGrattan couldn't get it to Chris Lawrence. And the team from Denmark have got it deep in Panthers territory. Panthers use the boards but can't get it past Buram. Goes on the short side. Mika Vikman has that covered up. Panthers tee it forward to McGrattan. It runs off his stick though. Danish defence come middle channel, then get it back from Sterner. There was no one there. They've had to regroup and go and get it. Now they've given it to no man's land again, and they've had to go back and get it. Pedersen has a look. Throws it down the right wing, right onto the tape. This time, Thinnison does get it to the middle channel. Backhand goes high. They've still got it. Now Panthers have it. Jeff Brown puts the big lumber on the bouncing baby. And Panthers have back chipped it in. Pedersen brings it forward. Lakovitz puts a stick in. Pedersen's still going. Throws it around the back of the net. Mika Vikman doesn't risk going for a stick handling catastrophe.
Yeah, I don't think you want to go back there right now.
Lakovitz has it. Having a look. Tries to chip it out. It hits a leg and it's fallen kindly for Thinnison. It's loose in front. Rebound. Big blast comes in from Nielsen back, and Mika Vikman makes another wonderful save. Great job by Panthers number 20, Mika Vikman.
Yeah, he seems really dialed in right now. A couple good opportunities on Odense's end. A couple big saves by Mika.
Well, it wasn't so much engineered and manufactured as it fell their way.
Yeah.
After we failed to get it out of our defensive zone. 3:30 to go. Well, that one was high, wide, and not very handsome. Well, you see, I think that is a deliberate offside. I think that should go right to the other end.
Yeah, it should.
Because the guy knew he was offside and still played it.
Yeah.
3:21 to go, face-off just outside the attack zone on the right channel for the GMB Nottingham Panthers. Brad Moran will take the draw. He's got Jason Williams on the right and Stephen Schultz on the left. Tips it forward himself, then dishes it to Schultz. Schultz tries to feed it back right in front and then try to feed it back behind the net. But it's the Bulldogs who get it forward, but they can't get it too far, and Panthers have a chance, but it's fallen kindly for the Bulldogs. Mika Vikman's covered the net. He's scrambling to get back, and they're scrambling to get a pass on target as well.
Yeah.
Strandberg, Sebastian Strandberg, thought he was going to have a pop at goal there. It never came his way. Romano, picked up by the D, hits a stick. Spang picks it up, takes it behind Panthers' net before bringing it forward. Panthers switch D into attack. Spang makes his way forward, carrying it. Drops it off for Williams. Williams doesn't quite know where it is. It was under 14, the youngster, Pedersen. Panthers have it back. Oh, it hits the skate of Williams and bounces unkindly for the JB Panthers. Asger Pedersen's thrown it right across. It's gone nowhere, but Stern has sent it behind the net. Purum behind the net, spins and turns. McMillan reads the play. Locks him up. They keep it in the zone though. They've thrown one on net, and Mika Wigman makes the save on the shot from the blue line by Pedersen. Andreas Pedersen, to be precise. Just under 2 minutes to go, second period. We're still goalless.
Shot by their D-man, and you're not going to score from there. Looks like there's a couple bodies there for a screen, but Mika still saw it.
I don't know if he did it on purpose, but it's like a fast bowler bowling at 3/4 speed.
Yeah.
Just because sometimes they can trickle
like
through
exactly,
and do it.
Or deflection, right? So yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes they're easier.
But one thing's for sure, as the great man said, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
There you go.
Farmer protects the puck, gets rubbed into the boards by Rasmus Leo. Out from Lakovic has won the puck for Nottingham. They got it back to point. Sertic throws it towards the net. Keeper's not sure where it is.
Yeah.
Two for flinching keeper.
There we go, just like you said there. Just tipped down on it.
Send it down the ice, the arms in the air, the whistle's in the mouth, and the icing whistle comes with 1:22 to go. And we're still goalless.
Yeah, see if we can drop a play here. Big face-off
I'm looking
win.
for the big chat as we go through the stats on this one.
We need a full power play here, Gary.
Yeah.
Maybe next period on some fresh ice. I don't think a power play on this ice will do any good right now. Although we would still welcome it.
Yeah. Well, if memory serves right, I think it was 9 goals in the last meeting between these sides on their turf. I think we edged it 5-4.
Yeah.
Panthers technically the lowest ranked team in the tournament at the final stage. So once again, a shout out to the fans at Saltbox and the Legend, our two sponsors, who are showing the game for the fans back home. Lots more have tuned in themselves, and will be doing all 3 games across the weekend. Sertic, nice backhand.
Nice
play down the left, just too far for Brad Moran, and they've kept it in. Larson feeds the back of the net. Panthers double team him and win the puck. Brad Moran forward to Williams. Williams sends it to the back post. It hits the back leg of Eskison.
Nice keeping by Leasy there.
Yeah, and it was
there we go.
Schultze here, who tried the baseball-style bunt. It's hit a stick. It's bounced all the way through. Williams collects, gets it back to Schultz. Schultz makes a room, soft backhand. It's loose, and it's a rebound goal for captain Brad Moran with 23 and a half seconds to go in the second period. The black and gold GMP Nottingham Panthers take the lead in written against the Bulldogs from Denmark.
Yeah, great playing. I think Willie to the corner of the Schultze there, and I think Schultze tried to do a little backhand pass or shot to Mo, and Mo got either the rebound or a tip on it. That's what you got to do, like we were saying, Gary, just a lucky bounce, and great tip by Mo.
Well, as they stepped
Huge
on the
goal.
ice, I said to Brad Moran, give me a reason to use my surname during the game, will you?
Oh, there you go. He did then, right?
Brad Moran gets the goal that puts the Panthers' noses in front here in game 1 in Britain against the Bulldogs. So vital for keepers not to give rebounds.
Yeah, exactly.
And so vital not to give the puck away. It's loose, it's gone in, it's hit a leg, and Lindhagen goes to get it. Panthers just need to see out the last 7 seconds. They've got their noses in front, and as they say, it's a good time to score, whatever the sport, just before the break. Mika Wigman grabs his water bottle and skates determined, in defiant mood. He's kept a clean sheet so far, and he's hopping from skate to skate. I hope it's not from injury. I hope it's because he's feeling cocky.
I think he's dialed in right now, yeah. That's a great goal to finish off the period, Gary. Big momentum builder heading in, right?
Good job by the GB Nottingham Panthers, and both sides have again played well in the second period. Dan, join us and help us talk through the action. The ice, though, and we're going to say it far too many times, but the ice is cutting about. He's the goal. Schultz makes something out of a pass off the bad ice with Williams and Moran. They made something happen. You looked at that line on the ice, you thought Williams, Moran, Schultz, skill, experience. They've got everything going for them. Yeah, if anyone was going to crack it, they would.
Yeah, they're obviously a great line with, like you said, all sort of older guys, huge experience, playing at great levels, and hopefully they can sort of find that chemistry together. And like you said, kind of something out of nothing, 20 seconds left in the period, and then Willie pops up with a great play, and Schultz and Mo put it in between them.
It was a shot that deflected around, and this is that great double save by your fellow netminder, Mika Vietman. He's just so good on the reflexes. He's so good on the lateral movement. He's so good with the glove. He's so good with the blocker. Do you find it disheartening watching him?
Yeah, I mean, he's obviously, again, when he's on his game, he's the best around. And again, he kind of kept the boys in that period, and hopefully more of the same in the third.
Williams, of course, played for Written, so he knows the ring, but he hasn't played here a lot. And I bet you the ice was better in November.
Yeah, probably, yeah. I mean, I think he only played, 3 or 4 games here? So, yeah, I mean, obviously, he knows maybe a couple of the bounces, knows how the ice is going to be. But, yeah, I think he's kind of in the same boat as everybody else, really.
When he played here in the Continental Cup, of course, he had 3 goals, 3 assists in 3 games. He's now got an assist, so all he has to do is get us a goal and double the lead, and he'll be keeping on track.
Yeah, he's flying, isn't he? He's sort of over a point a game in this, and I think in the league campaign as well. So, yeah, he's been a great pickup so far.
That's Thinnison throwing it on net. There was a bit of a scramble in front. I think Panthers might want to be a bit more clinical in how they jag it out of the zone. You don't always have to meet a man, just get it out of the zone when the ice, especially second half of a period when the ice is cut up. But is this the goal again?
Yeah.
Schultz makes room for it, gets it on net, it's loose, it's bouncing around like a juggling ball, and who gets to it? In front, tip it past him. Captain Brad Moran, the wily old guy.
Yeah, I think he batted that one out the air, Mo, but yeah, he's
dim here a little bit, but I think it might just be the big overhead screen that's making everything go yellow. Do take care in the snow. If you've got people telling to take care, if anyone knows at the moment in Written, it's me, having driven down the mountain in the snowstorm at 4 o'clock this morning.
I hear you. You battled through it. I heard there was snow back home, actually.
Yeah, there's bits and bobs around, yeah. But they don't have the twistiest mountain road.
No, exactly.
So Panthers get it in deep. I'm sure Corey will have told them, and we'll ask Dan when he gets up, but I'm sure Corey's told them, more of the same, boys, and do try and capitalise on the good ice at the start of the period.
Exactly, yeah. Hopefully that power play that they owe us is going to be coming here sooner than later.
Loose puck, Lindhagen gets on it, spins, backhands it, has to take a hit from behind, and Sertic uses the boards and gets it to centre ice. Lakovic picks a pocket and wins the puck, and then tries to seal it on the boards and take a whistle. Referee's shouting at them to play it, and it's Panthers who come away with it. Panthers get it to Chris Lawrence. He makes room, he winds up and fires the wrist shot, and the keeper fumbled it a little bit but managed to hang on. 47's gone third period. 47 seconds gone to be precise.
Yeah, good chance there.
Yeah, it was good, and Larry stretched and got control of it, and if nothing else, it's got a face-off for Nottingham.
Exactly.
At the right end of the ice. Dan's arrived at my shoulder with hot chocolate for the big fella. I'm on the hot fruit tea.
Thanks, Greener.
It's all right, Greener. I'm allergic to chocolate. There's everyone in the camp. Panthers throw a soft one, and the keeper saw it at the last minute. It was Matt Carter with a cheeky little chip on goal. Oh, it's bounced kindly for Written, and they've got it forward. Buron turns it inside, but there's no one at home. No one there. Lawrence forward to McGrattan. McGrattan tries to stick handle his way past. The D gets a piece of it, and now they come the other way through Sterner. Sterner backhands it off the boards, and the youngster can't get to it. Pedersen And McGrattan has it again. Can he tee himself up? Can he pull the trigger? He backhands it. Matt Carter makes room. Backhands upstairs, just a couple of inches, a puck's width above the bar.
Nice play by Graz. Just missed it by Kurtzy there.
It's bouncing around, and in the end, Viekman had to make us a big, big hook from Thinson.
Yeah, that could have easily been a call.
And I am struggling to see why that one wasn't called. Panthers get it forward. Carter tries to put it on the tape for Ollie Bettridge. He's working hard, the youngster from Ockbrook. Ollie from Ockbrook. Bobby from Beeston. Farms from Long Eaton. I know it doesn't work. Bulldogs won it front of the net, but in front of their player was Robert Farmer. He sends it middle channel. It's picked off though. Pedersen sends it across. Larson sends it in. Beekman covers up, puts it down, drops it behind the net. Farmer gets the wheels going, gets forward, takes a hook, takes a slash. No worse than the one he was penalised for first period. Larson slams the brakes on, gives it back to the other D, and now the Bulldogs try to bring it forward. Sterner can't reach it. Panthers can. Brad Moran keeps possession, then loses possession. He was tripped. Big save by Viekman. Rebound comes out. Odense keep it in. Lindhagen goes back to get the little more than a dump. He falls over on the ice. Moran made himself about 6'5", and he's nothing like that to win that puck for Nottingham. He's Williams. This is the scoring line for Nottingham. Williams shoots. D-man gets a stick in, then collects his own rebound. We're 3 minutes into the final period and a bit. Lawrence spins and turns, goes and gets.
Nice play by
Gets control. Oh, and an attempt to throw it across to Schultz. Doesn't reach him. Steve Lee uses the boards, and a stick lift from McGrattan means he's gone down the ice, and the linesman says it touched someone, so there's no icing whistle against the G&B Panthers. Bulldogs try to get up ahead of steam, bring it forward. They've chipped it forward. Logan McMillan reads the play, gets to it, gives it to Dan Spang. Dan Spang inside to McGrattan. McGrattan winds up, big shot. They got a D-man stick in there, but it still had some power on it when it hit the pad. McGrattan has a leg lifted, no tripping call given. Linesman, I think the linesman gave offside against the Panthers there because he thought his referee should have given a tripping call.
Couple plays so far could have been our first power play of the game, but obviously the refs thought otherwise.
Nielsen, Strachan and Clark still working the whole bench. Farmer having a little tussle with Björk. Referee comes over for a chat. I'm saying it's not me, Red. Not me. Farms controls his opponent's stick, but they control the puck. 16 minutes just gone on the to-play clock. They have to spin and turn. They haven't really got control of it. Ice is starting to deteriorate already. It's tipped into the zone. McMillan reads it, uses the boards, gets it out to neutral ice. Larson goes across. Panthers quickly on him through Bettridge, and they're giving it away. Panthers have a chance to mop up deep in their own territory. Spang gets it forward to Brown. Brown off the boards. Oh, Schultze wanted it. Schultze got it, and he backhanded into the channel, and it was just about a stick's length too far ahead of the advancing defenseman Dan Spang. Dale Mitchell can't get to that one. Panthers can. He's Spang forward. Rolls off Williams' stick, and he can't control the outlet pass to Schultz. Panthers have regrouped. Romano gives it to Mitchell. Shot's well off target. They were hoping for one of those crazy backhand tips where you stick your stick out, you pull it in off target. It's thrown across the face of Mika Beekman. Mitchell gets to it, turns it into the corner. Romano is hit in the very corner. He comes back to try and help fish the puck out from a forest of 6 legs. Spang and others, and it's come across. Sterner gets it out. Mitchell can't control it. Panthers can, and it's chipped forward. It's bouncing. Brad Moran uses his body to protect it. Then he's tripped up and taken down.
Still sliding.
I think he nearly did a curling stone on the referee, didn't he?
Couple circles there.
Hooking's the call against Granveld.
Oh, here we go. The ice is, I guess, as fresh as you're going to get it 5 minutes in.
It is just 5.5 minutes in, isn't it? So we've only had a short power play, and that came on bad ice.
Yeah, 26 seconds only. So you come in, and I think it started in the defensive end as well, right, Gary?
So he's Steve Lee across to Schultz. Schultz has a look, can't see a route to go. Neither can Steve Lee. Gives it to Brad Moran. Can he architect something for the Panthers? Farmer back to Moran. Farmer goes to try and screen the keeper. Moran gets it across. Stephen Schultz steps in, tries to make room, can't get the shot away. Just didn't have enough time to pull the trigger. Keeper turns a little chip on goal behind, and Odense managed to clear it down the ice. 80 seconds to go on the power play. Steve Lee onto the backhand, forward for Farmer. Farmer takes it into the zone, protects it, throws it across, gets to Steve Lee. Two GB internationals working together. Stephen Schultz tries to come out at two. Defenseman with the puck, and he has. Great play by Schultz. He takes it to the front, backhand just off target. Great work by him to create something out of nothing. He's got the puck back again now. Gives it in deep. Brown, backdoor, gotta be. Panthers score! Captain Brad Moran gives me every excuse to say his name again. 13-12 to go. Panthers on the power play extend their lead from 1-0 to 2-0. Great work by Schultz to create the first chance. Then he throws it in deep. Panthers give it to the back door, where Brad Moran's there to snap the trigger.
Great play all around it. As you said there, Gary, Schultz kept it in, started her off down to Brownie, the goal line there, and a great pass for a tap into Brad Moran to finish it off for a second of the night.
46-48, Moran, second of the game, assisted Brown and Schultz. Panthers lead Odense Bulldogs by 2-0 in the first game of this season's Superfinal in the 20th anniversary year of the Continental Cup. Never yet won by a team from the UK. Stick in, forced that shot up high, and they've thrown it back to point, but number 6, Pedersen, Andreas Pedersen, couldn't get to it. They're going to have to try and go hard now.
Yeah, they're probably going to be trying to fly guys and make those home run plays.
Sertic knows the man's coming, lets the puck do the work. Lakovic buys himself some time, chips the left wing. Williams chips it again. Mitchell throws it forward. Strandberg gives it back to Mitchell with the Mexican moustache. The gringo goes in the corner to win it back. Panthers rob the puck from Odense, and then it's chipped right across by McGrattan, and it falls for Carter. Carter controls it, shoots! I think the keeper got a piece of it. And he did. The linesman agrees, the referee agrees, we've got a face-off in the zone. I think that was bound for the top corner.
Yeah, that was nice.
At worst, it was going to hit the pipes.
That was a nice heads-up play by Gratz there. Obviously a great shot there by Carty. And like he said, just maybe went off his collarbone there. He's top of the jersey, I think.
Yeah, he's got brains, McGrattan.
Oh, yeah.
Of course he has.
There you go.
Even without his name appearing in the programme as Brains McGrattan today. Chris Lawrence tries to pick it up, he can't. Sterner takes it forward for Odense. Backhands it behind the net. Ollie Bettridge tries to keep his man under control. They've thrown it to the far side. Eskerson has his shot blocked. Stick breaks on Larry Lawrence. He has to go for a change. Jeff Brown jumps on the ice to cover for him. And Jeff Brown does a great job. And they've given it to a man in neutral ice over the blue line, so they're all offside. They've all got to come out. Sterner has to spin and turn. He's under pressure. Spang forced him, and look at that for a wayward pass. And they've gone all the way back, and it's allowed Nottingham to change all of their personnel, as well as Denmark. Jumps over the stick of Eriksson. He's got it back though, he's gone round the back. Tried to pass it out to Gronvald for the big blast, but the first attempt missed it again. As the ice is getting worse, it's chipped up and hit the outside of the post after the initial save by Wietman. Panthers backhand it forward. Lakovic didn't quite get it out of the zone. They've kept it in. Thrown it towards the net, but behind the net it comes, and it's come all the way around. They've kept it in. It's moving very slowly, the puck now. It's off the glass and into the crowd. It is slowing down when he played along the ice.
Yeah, exactly. 10 minutes in, so the ice is getting a little snowier, like you said, a little chopped up. What we got to do, I think, is just make the simple, safe play. Use each other, support each other. If nothing's there, get it in, get it out.
It's just under 11-minute kill as far as I'm concerned now, Jeff.
Oh, exactly.
And ice it if you have to. Just
Not
chip
afraid
it
of
out
whistles.
now, Dan.
Yeah, I think it's you know, a little bit back to the wall. I'm sure they're going to, you know, really get the pressure on now a bit. But we've been playing solidly. Mika's been playing well, so just solid defensively and try and see it out.
The ice is getting bad. We can see that. It's been doing it every period. You just have to hope that it isn't a bad bounce off that ice that goes in favour of the opposition. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know, hopefully the game will be true as it should. There aren't many bad bounces or unfortunate incidents like that, and we can just see this one out.
That was the voice of Dan Green, doing stats for the coach as well as backing up Mika and Henry Passel. Because of the rules, there's no limit on imports in this competition. If they'd all been fit, they could have all played. Panthers off the boards, get it in. Keeper, what's he going to do? He tries the backhand and gets away with it. Jumps straight off the stick, though, of Strandberg. He manages to get control. They got it down the ice. That's got to be icing. And Panthers get to it first. They're arguing that it possibly wasn't under this hybrid icing rule. Mika sees it late, but Panthers chip it out. It deflected, so there's no icing whistle against the Panthers. Less than 10 miles to go for the Black and Gold Army in the first game of the final of the Superfinal of the Continental Cup 20th anniversary year. Panthers slam the brakes on Dan Spang, tries to do a deft pass forward, but it hasn't gone anywhere. Nielsen back, gets it across to Gronvold, the man with a big shot. Mika steers that shot that came in from Sterner to safety. Ollie Bettridge spins and turns, nice backhand to D-man, Dan Spang. It's off the boards on the far side, some time down, we're in 9:20 to go.
Yeah, advance the zone, that's all we need to do right now.
Pedersen with a shot, aims for the 5-hole. Mika Viekman slammed that stable door shut long before the puck got to him. Spang spins and turns. On this ice, it's not going to be easy to do the silky skills. As Matt Carter found there, and he couldn't control it. McGrattan looks like a shark on the prow. That's icing.
Big great white.
And they haven't given it. Oh yeah, big white shark. With those killer eyes that just look dead behind there. McMillan forward, Panthers off Farmer's stick. Deny the icing whistle. 28 sees the big guy coming, spins and turns, just throws it anywhere. There's now 3 white-shirted Bulldogs in that corner. They've chipped it forward. Steve Lee wins the foot race, backhands it to Lindhagen. Lindhagen takes it to safety in relative terms behind the net. Backhand out, picked off. Odense have a chance, spin and shoot. It's blocked, it's ricocheted, it's loose behind the net. Panthers throw some big checks. Referee says that wasn't an illegal challenge by the Panthers. Player from Odense was trying to make a meal of it.
Yeah.
8 minutes to go. Panthers lead by 2-0. It's
Here
given
we
away.
go.
Lakovic goes in. Backhand shot off target. Soft, but he's gone and got the rebound. Can he feed the front? He can, and it's ripped by Jason
Hit the
Williams, and the
post.
keeper got the pad. That was in the pad or the post.
Yeah, the post.
Williams again shoots, and he takes it in the chest and drops it into the pot. 7:41 to go. Panthers lead by 2-0. Opening game of the Continental Cup Superfinal. I really would like to say Panthers have warmed us up.
Oh yeah, the boys are going right now.
And they have mentally.
Yeah.
Just not physically.
No, my feet are.
Seriously, folks, I've
about to
got
fall off
leggings
right now.
on, I've got long johns on, I've got jeans.
Oh, you got the best hat.
I've got chinos
you got-
on, and I've got the furry hat.
You got the best hat in the arena right now.
Sertic keeps it in. Dodgy lines.
Yeah.
Sertic telling him, I didn't keep it in. The whole
That's
puck
all right.
didn't come out. But don't worry, we'll have a face-off.
Yep.
We'll get some fresh legs up. Green goes back on. Boy, Mitchell. Ramona half won the puck. They've got it down the ice. Vietman leaves it for Sertic. Sertic gives it to Ollie. Ollie gets some control, gets a little backhand. Matt Carter tries to throw it down the ice. As long as it's in their half of the ice or even their zone,
that's all we want.
So it's a safe area. We're approaching the 7-mile signpost, boys. Another big dive there from
There you go, nothing wrong with that. Advance the zone here.
Chip it out, boys. Chip the wall. Icing against them. Yeah, that'll help.
Yep.
Nice little face-off. They can't put any fresh bodies on. Ringo has to stay on the ice along with Romano and Strandberg.
Yeah, they're huffing and puffing a bit.
It's harder, isn't it, when you're chasing something with 7 minutes to go. I'm sure coaches the world over say, plenty of time, boys, plenty of time. Don't look at the clock.
Yeah.
And what do?
Look at the
you
clock.
look at the clock. You think, yeah, coach, there's only 6:53 to go. We need 3 goals. 2 to take it to 0-2. Clever. Brad Moran wins the draw. McMillan sends it to the corner, but not into the corner. They get it out, but only as far as Dan Spang. Strandberg couldn't pick it off. Panthers have got it in deep. They were offside, but they came back out on the floating blue line system. Bulldogs jam it down the ice, but Spang jammed it off the boards. Moran dropped it, and there's another bad play there. Not by the player, because of the ice. It is rough. When they came off after practice yesterday, Big Brian, Big Ern, McGrattan said to me, that's the worst ice I've ever skated on. I've nearly given you every word, but not quite.
It's almost like
Here's Schultze. Can Panthers put some icing on it? He throws it to the front tip. Great save. Great save by Galansky. Great play by the Panthers. Another chance. Schultze, backdoor! Penalty coming in. Number 6 is getting a penalty for hooking.
Yeah.
Clear-cut scoring chance. He's not going to give that as we would have liked.
Great pass by Schultze once again.
Yeah. And again, he just missed on his last shift, and he made something happen.
Yeah, right here.
I was going to say he's not going to give a penalty shot on that with 5:56 to go. And to be honest, on this ice, you probably don't want one. You'd rather have a power play.
Yeah.
Because in 2 minutes' time, even if we don't score, they'll have less than 4 minutes to
going
go.
down, right? Yeah, exactly.
5:56 to go. Pedersen of the Andreas variety sits for 2 minutes. Spang across to Dimon. After Jeff Brown won the draw, back to Spang. Dan Spang.
Look at that ice. Look at the puck just.
I know, isn't it horrible? Williams.
It's no Water Point
the
Arena.
shot. Oh, Williams got the shot away, timed it beautifully, and placed it the length of a place, the width away from the goalpost.
You had a label there.
Jeff Brown settles it down. Williams spins and turns on the centre ice logo, gets it into the zone, gives it out to Matt Carter. Matt Carter, backdoor, goal on my lips, and it couldn't be called. I don't think he saved it. I think we missed it.
Nice flail around there.
Spang across. Even on this rough ice surface, this is pond hockey.
Yeah, it is.
And it was a great play by the Panthers. Spang, do you want it? Come and get it. Throws it on net. And it squirts wide, might have taken a deflection. Williams throws it in deep, and it's sticked upstairs with 52 seconds to go on the clock, which runs down a little bit. Someone's not as accurately working the clock trigger as they should. But there again, the game clock ran an extra second as well.
Yeah, yeah, a couple of great chances there. Yeah, 4:47 here left.
Panthers have it with Schultz. Chris Lawrence to the front. Sticks come in to deny Farmer's shot. Hits come in and they get it down. It's a high stick, but it's not a high stick because they touch it next. Nearly made a dreadful mistake, the Bulldogs players there, because it was going to be high sticks against Nottingham, and they played it, and then it nearly bounced for the Panthers.
Helped us out on this.
You know, let us play it, and there's got to be a whistle. Panthers get it into the zone. Just 20 seconds to go on the man advantage to the front. Brad Moran, backhand, trickles, loose. Farmer tries to get it in. They try to clear Farmer out of the way. Farmer gives a shot back. Little bit of a cuddle. Buy you a soda pop after the game. Fam says no thanks. Chris Lawrence says leave him alone.
Yeah, we don't need to waste our time with those guys.
Well, to be honest, it was the Odense D-man that pushed Farmer into the keeper.
Oh, some big boys. We're going to go to the net if the whistle hasn't blown and jam away at it. But
15 seconds, they're going to get their man out of the box. Up on the big screen, Tom Selleck's having a right moan.
I was going to say your boy there.
Having a right moan at the Sheriffs in Hawaii. Keeper's just adjusting his helmet. It's just a ploy, isn't it, Dan? Keeper ploy, just settle it down, make out it was worse than it was.
Yeah, it could be trying to buy a few seconds for his killers to get a bit more energy, and you know, if they can kill this off, then maybe rest the guys up. But yeah, it could be.
Well, they do want to kill it off because they're trailing by 2. They don't want to be trailing by 3. It's thrown to the net. It goes upstairs. It hits the netting. Another face-off. 9 seconds to go on the power play. Stop-start. That won't help them, though.
No, yeah. Good play here. Another big draw here. Oh, it's going out now. Yeah, I guess hit the net.
Yeah, I think it went straight upstairs.
Yeah.
See, they've got their big guns on penalty kill.
Yeah.
It's going to be a tiring night, but they've got to put them on to try and get something happening. Puck's behind Panthers' net as they get Pedersen back onto the ice. We're skating 5-on-5 with less than 4 minutes to go. Brian McGrattan, just his presence meant they gave it away.
Yeah.
Brian McGrattan winds up for the big shot, padded to the corner by keeper Golansky.
This ice, geez. Guys are falling all over the place out there.
It's forward through the middle channel. No call for the little bit of a tug on Romano. Panthers bring it forward. Brownie gets it forward to Bettridge. Ollie Bettridge still getting good ice time for the Panthers. They've got it forward. Here comes Dale Mitchell looking for the pass from Romano. Romano fakes and shoots upstairs, but
big save.
He had something up there. I don't know if it was the butt end. I don't know if it was the blocker. I don't know if it was the shoulder, but as long as it missed the net.
Exactly.
Brownie hustles and bustles, just does enough on the puck to keep possession behind the net. With 3 miles to go on this one, Panthers. They get it forward. Hug loses out. Gurum looking for the return pass, doesn't get it. Comes to a standstill. Panthers get it forward. Williams. Excellent play by the former NHLer, former Ripon-born player. Just knew, get it in deep. Loon gets a piece of it. Carter gets a piece of it. 2.5 miles to go, boys.
Just doing a great job at breaking it up so they don't enter our zone clear break.
When they get the puck in, Panthers are there to collect, and it's a long pass out to Schultz. He bides his time, he waits.
Nice smart play.
Gets over the halfway line, so there can't be an icing whistle. We're approaching the 2-minute warning as they've given it away. Stephen Schultz shoots, hits the pipes, rings the bell. Mamma mia in Italy. He nearly made it 3-0.
I like that one. I like that one.
I mean, listen,
we want to pour it on though, right, Gary? What is the tiebreakers? Is it goals for and against, or?
It's just round robin.
Oh, okay.
They've pulled the net. Minder to give him his full title.
Yeah.
Mr. Netminder to give him his even fuller title. 6 skaters against 5. We're in the last 2 minutes. We're almost at the last 90 seconds. Solid performance from the G&B Panthers. They've adapted to the conditions well. They upped their game at the start of each period to take advantage of better ice. It's come right across. Romano shoots. Vietman makes the save.
Oh, yeah.
We all know what Panthers are trying to protect now for Mika Vietman. We won't say that word, but he's only got 79 seconds to go. 2 goals from Brad Moran. 1 at the very end of the second period. 1 halfway through the third period on the power play. And it's timeout by the Bulldogs coach, Peter Johansson. The thing is, in a 14 round robin, if you don't get off to a win,
exactly.
you
it's
are
hard to,
really chasing it. You're already hoping for someone else to do you the favour.
Exactly. You want to just take care of your own business, and then obviously you'll be fine. But
and if you can win your first and your second game, then someone else might do you a favour, as they did in the last round. And the last game's a dead rubber.
Yeah, there you go.
But let's not tempt fate.
No.
Surely Panthers can't get it done in 2 games, but it looks like they're going to get the first game job done, stapled on the board.
That's good too. New rink, new facility, whatnot. Get used to it, right? So you obviously want to get off to a good start. Maybe be a little more comfortable here tomorrow for the big matchup tomorrow afternoon.
Mika Beekman stares at the ice, then lifts his gaze to look at the players around him. They've kept the 6 skaters on the ice. They've got all their big guns out there. Linesman doesn't drop the puck. Their player jumped the circle. Brad Moran's pointing it out to the linesman. Brad Moran's probably 3 times older than that linesman. 3.
So, wily veteran, that's for sure.
Jeff Dimon can't get it round the boards, and it's sent back to the point area. They've got it to the middle. They then use the boards. They then get it back to Eskison. Eskison gives it to the hash marks. They've gone D to D. We're in the last minute, folks. Eskison with a shot. It's off target. And I think Mika got a piece of it as well, even though it was beyond his post. Panthers have a chance to clear the zone.
Hit a skate.
Oh, he hits a skate. It's thrown to the back door. Sterner. Guy falls over. No calls coming from the referees. Overall, I think they've had a great game too. Both sides have had a great game, but at the moment it's Panthers with 36 seconds to go. Trying to edge it. A stick.
Stick by
Sends
Surdy
it away.
there.
Great stick. Eskison's thrown it all the way in the corner. Mitchell to the front. Panthers jamming down the ice. Off the boards and down the ice.
Good play by
It's not
Brownie
going to
there.
get far enough for icing. Clever play. Last 15 seconds. The Panthers fans to our left are on their feet. They're waving yellow dusters, yellow balloons and black balloons. The drummer's trying to keep the Bulldogs fans going, but it's to no avail. A little block from Lindhagen, and Panthers send it down the ice, and there's the hooter. GMB Panthers start the Continental Cup Superfinal with a super 2-0 victory. Great job, all departments, Dan Green.
Yeah, great game. Obviously, Mika the hero, but Mo with 2 goals. Good penalty kills. D played great, and hopefully onwards and upwards now from here.
Was a great job by the whole team.
Oh, it was obviously, great effort here. There wasn't as much feeling out as maybe one would think, obviously with playing them before in the last round. But no, it was a great effort. Sure, Corey and the rest of the staff are happy, and obviously great job by Mika and Mo with the 2 goals there. So yeah, we obviously want to bring this effort tomorrow.
Well, the boys, as is the officials' diktat for these, line up on the blue line, and then the man of the match for the losing team will be announced.
Okay.
Then the man of the match for the winning team will be announced. Then the national anthem will be played for the winning team.
Oh, there you go.
That's the
I
system.
like that. We like the sound of that.
And I'm pleased to say both sides remembered it, because usually they go and have a handshake beforehand, and it tears the organisers' hair out. What we'll do is, Jeff, we'll keep talking till we see who's got our man of the match award, and then we'll bid the viewers back home a fond farewell.
Perfect.
I hope they've enjoyed our first broadcast, but it's been a solid performance from the boys, a solid performance from the coaching staff, and I hope the fans will agree. We've done a little bit ourselves.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, we're ready for the rest of the fans who unfortunately weren't able to make the first game here because of weather. Obviously, they'll be raring to support us tomorrow, and we do appreciate that.
And hopefully the fans from Denmark won't come to watch our game with that drum, but
there you go.
I suspect they will. Great effort from the Bulldogs, but they didn't quite have enough in the tank to beat your GMB Nottingham Panthers. Brad Moran, last minute of the second period with the deflected, or the snag on the rebound, and then a beautiful backdoor power play goal for Brad Moran after great work by Brown and Schultz. And it was Schultz and Williams that set him up the first time round.
They were rolling, That really was key, I think, to get that goal with 20 seconds left in the second. Big momentum builder, and obviously maybe a little less pressure in the third.
They've given the man of the match award to Brad Moran. I guess there's only one man of the match award, and we were misled at the meeting.
A good game by him, and big face-off there at the end, like we were talking, Gary. All of his experience there really poured into it in the end.
They have given a man of the match award. He's gone to number 6, Andreas Pedersen. They were just conning me on the order of the man of the matches. I mean, no one's going to dispute Brad Moran with 2 goals.
No.
Captain, leading by example. But in all honesty, I think you could have probably picked half a dozen other guys today and more.
Mika with the big shutout, and obviously, you know, it's a big team effort. Penalty kill, power play stepped up. You know, it's just a great team effort, you know. So really happy. I'm sure Corey and the rest of the staff are happy as well.
My thanks to all the guys behind the cameras, Matt and Jeremy and Dave, and my thanks to Dan Green and Jeff Wall for joining me, Gary Moran on commentary. He's the national anthem. We'll talk to you tomorrow, folks.